And before we go ahead and move on, just want to take another quick time out and welcome you to the video. Got some lines and personal leans out for, Wednesday's MLB baseball action. Happy Wednesday to you. Happy hump day to you. Now, before we dive into some more free content, just got to quickly remind you once again, we're 2-0 in our last two extra daily picks on patreon.com/BrockPage. Access to the extra daily pick costs just $2.99. We're also hitting at 67% for the entire 2020 season in our NFL tier on that site as well. For more information on how you can join in on the action, the link for that site is in the description section below. And once again, that's patreon.com/BrockPage. And moving on, we're going to take a look at the Rays-Astros Game 4. And that's going to be an 8:40 p.m. Eastern start time. Rays up 3-0 in the series. They're also the $1.45 favorite on the money line. Totals 8 runs. The Astros are plus $1.20 for an upset win. And if you like Houston to cover the 1.5, they're minus $1.45 on the run line. We got Zach Greinke on the mound for Houston. Tyler Glasnow for the Rays. We did see a 10-cent move toward Tampa Bay in the early wagering. They opened up as the $1.35 favorite, now up to $1.45. We're also seeing significant action on the under in this one. Several shops actually have this one at 7.5. So over bettors should be able to get a pretty good number in this spot here. And if you're an Astros backer, chances are you might be able to get a little bit better price point here between now and first pitch. But regardless of all that speculation, Tyler Glasnow is taking the bump here for the Rays tonight. He's 2-0 in the postseason, 20 strikeouts in 3 starts. Glasnow is also 5-1 for the entire season, 91 big strikeouts and just over 57 innings of work. Tyler's also got a whip of just 1.13. Now, the Rays are currently on a 4-game winning streak here in the playoffs. Just 1.5 runs per contest they're giving up during that stretch. The Rays are giving up just 7.9 hits per contest in the postseason as well, and they're averaging nearly double-digit strikeouts. Their opponents are batting just .235 against them during that span. Now, this Tampa Bay Rays lineup is also averaging nearly 2 homers a game in the postseason, and they've been walked 30 times over the course of their last 10 ball games as well. So certainly taking advantage of location problems for their opponents. Now, Randy Arozarena is currently leading the playoff charge with 18 hits. He's batting a ridiculous .462 in the playoffs, 4 homers, and a .512 on-base percentage. Manny Margot's also hit 3 homers and knocked in 8. They're taking on an Astros club who's got Zach Greinke on the mound here today. Hasn't won a postseason game since 2015. He actually gave up 4 runs in his ALDS Game 4 start against the Athletics. He's got a marginal 3-3 record on the season and a .403 ERA for the entire season as well. The Astros have lost 4 out of their last 5 ball games, and they gave up 26 runs during that stretch. And now the Astros have also won just 29% of their contests this season as the underdog. They've also won just 23% of their ball games that were played at the current market price. Kind of a quirky stat there, but certainly want to keep that in mind. Now, this Houston pitching staff, they've given up 15 homers in the postseason, and they already walked 28. Meanwhile, offensively, these guys really have seemed to kind of sputter in the past couple of games. Just 5 total runs they've scored in their last trio of contests. Martin Maldonado's hitting just .148 in the playoffs, 1 RBI and 14 strikeouts. Yuli Gurriel has also gone a dismal 4 for 32 in the playoffs, good for a batting average of just .125. And superstar Alex Bregman's gone just 9 for 34 in the playoffs, only 2 extra base hits and a couple RBIs. So certainly some problems here for this Houston lineup. Excuse me. Now, when it comes to the total in this one, 5 out of Houston's last 8 ball games stayed under the total of 8 runs. Meanwhile, the Rays on the other side saw their last 5 straight stay under that number themselves. Give me the Rays winning this one straight up and the under 8 runs in that contest. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on Patreon. If you guys decide to get a package here today, just keep in mind we'll bill you the day you sign up and then the first of every month following that. But most importantly, guys, got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. And with that said, happy Wednesday to you. Happy hump day to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage.